Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a memory planning spread in my Heidi Swapp Stop the Blur planner, which is simply a classic horizontal for like reference on size. So if you've watched previously, I have done this one, and hey, stop. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a memory planner spread in my Heidi Swapp planner, which is in essence a classic horizontal. I am new to it, so this is my third layout doing it. You can check back the other ones that I have done. I will hopefully leave a link down below. And so for this week, I am using stickers from Live Love Posh. I just wanted to get that right. So this is Live Love Posh. I had hauled this a while ago. This is the Posh Fall, and I'm dying to use these like green and black, in essence like Halloween-esque theme. This is the third week in October. I'm a little bit behind, so there are 2 sheets of it here. I also love, is it the one before? Yeah, the one before too. Love this and like these elements too, so maybe I'll use this one for the following week, which was closer to Halloween. But these are the only time I'm going to be able to use these ones until next fall, so definitely want to give them a try in here. So a black and like dark green theme I have going on. I've pulled this paper. It was from my Maggie Holmes collection. This was in my scrap pile, so I just thought it worked really well. Then some elements from my collection, so just some black and white washi tapes if I needed to. I have a few little pieces from Stop the Blur kits because I am subscribed, including this little fold out. They came in a couple of other like plum and marigold colors, but the white one seemed nice, and I think one of the elements could fit and put that on the page. I have pulled out pine needles in Distress Oxide, and I have 2 kind of alphas to play with as well, just to go over a couple things. Oh, and I found another number stamp, but these I had predated already with the memory planning stickers, so I had a lot of this left over that has just the dates from Happy Planner, so I already did that portion. So we're just into the decorating. There's also a couple other envelopes in different shades of green. I just thought the darker one was best, but maybe even this one could work, you know, if I needed to. So the envelopes have like a little card inside too, and that way you can hold and house something. So I love all the little interactive bits that come with this style of Heidi Swapp's memory keeping. So without further ado, let's get started. So I am thoroughly enjoying this change up in size and layout. I think I creatively needed a challenge to kind of just stretch your creative juices a little further, and this has turned out to be perfect for what I needed, I guess, for the last 3 months of the year. So I did decide on the black and the green colorway with the Live Love Posh stickers with the spider webs and the little spider illustrations. It worked out good for being like a closer to a Halloween moment. And I love the fact that with this layout, don't get me wrong, if you just had 7 quick photos and you just put them down, no biggie. But when you wanted to add a few more plus the journaling, it makes you kind of look at the page a little differently in order to have either a flip up, which is like a classic easy way to go about that process, or since I am subscribed to Heidi Swapp's kit, she always provides these little interactive like files, folders, tags in a sleeve, flip moment, things that work out perfectly. And then I also think about, okay, so she sent it to me in this version, but I bet you I can recreate it with pattern paper or something else. And so I love that creative moment that I'm having in this format. So as you can see, I'm using one of the little flip envelopes that I had mentioned in black, and I am recreating right now like a little flip moment with that Maggie Holmes paper in green and black as well. I'm glad I had this scrap in my stash, and that way I can still say where we were at, but plus the photos were very color heavy. You can see that one is a lot of yellow in it, and I just didn't want that on the page when I'm keeping it kind of like this black and green moment with that pop of orange from that one photo with Valentina. So I go ahead and stamp out with a Heidi Swapp 3x4 stamp Spooky Village, which was what was the event that I went with my friends. The labels from the kit this month as well worked out perfectly. They kind of had a green border, and I used pine needles for my Distress Oxide ink. Then for the other days, I'm kind of looking at them and realizing some of the blank areas or the areas like under the numbers that don't get a lot of attention. I started adding some washi tape, but I just had like the black and white colored ones around. And then I'm scattering around like the witch hat and the other like floral clusters in the sticker sheet for the rest of the space that I want it to be occupied. I also had a moment with that little interactive like accordion bit where I put the pumpkin with the same flowers on it, and it fit perfectly on that, like, I almost want to say it's 1.5 inches circle. Great moment there too. Then with that big Tim Holtz one, I do stamp out Trick or Treat because that's what the girls were able to do in black soot. I do like stamping with the oxides on this paper. It's not the greatest like cardstock weight paper, but with the oxide inks, they tend not to bleed through the paper most of the time. So it is a safe route to go rather than a classic dye ink. Like I bet you my Catherine Poolers would bleed through this paper really, really bad. I haven't done it yet, but I can just bet money on it because I do get some ghosting with the oxide inks, and that's fine. So then on the Monday day, unfortunately, a little side note for the story there, my car got broken into at work, like totally bashed in the back window. And so I'm kind of looking through all my stamps to get all those little sentiments that said, I had a bad day. Oh my God, like can't believe this happened today. All those little sentiments, I'm just kind of clustering in this corner in black and green to keep it all together. It was a bad day, but the rest of the week was fun. We decorated the house. I'm still recovering from surgery at this point, so I'm icing my knee multiple times a day. And we have our playtime in in the comfort of my king-size bed because I can't be on the floor at this point. So like puzzles are out of the question, and all the board games are done on the bed and stuff. So it was interesting in that regard. Also this week, I think some of the photos are I bought a new tree for our house. We got a new house, so I upgraded to a 9-foot flock tree. Playing with Snapchat photos, and then what else are we on to? Oh, and then I took her to Lion Country Safari, which is kind of like a drive-through zoo. We have annual passes, so we go, we can stay in the car after school and drive through it and see the animals for like an hour and then go home and have dinner. So that's always a fun thing to do. And yeah, so then I'm going through stamps and doing a lot of like little stamping. I also like this project for that because I keep my stamps near, especially ones that are sentiments. And that's how I'm able to fill in some of these holes. So you can see like I'm auditioning something to be in that corner. And I do go with the Heidi Swapp one that says enjoy all the moments or every moment or something like that. But added a little bit of washi and still kept it in those colors of black and green. And overall, this turned out fantastic. Like, I'm really liking the stickers in here and that I'm able to stamp. It's just a very creative project. And if you don't do it yet, I really encourage you to give it a shot. Even if you just buy the insert and you try it out with your own stash and things, like you don't need all the supplies from her. It's really fun to get your memories down on a weekly basis like this. Thoroughly enjoying it. Okay, that will wrap up this layout. It took me a little bit longer to figure how to do everything out, but I am happy with the final results. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flips on the page. This one is also a little interactive element that I will do my journaling on. So that will tuck into that. And then this is the little interactive element too, where you will pull it out. You'll see me playing with her and then still talking about icing my knee from surgery, but I like having that on the front, and that will tuck right in there. And then plenty of room for journaling. I love the green and black, so different from what I would normally do. So I think the color scheme there, and I'm glad I got to use these. Hopefully I'll get to use them for the candy and stuff because I have a few other Halloween activities the following weekend. Oh, and it bled through a little bit there. It's all right. Love it, love it. I'm so glad you are here. Please subscribe. Hit that bell notification once you subscribe so you can be aware of videos when I post. Please give this video a thumbs up, and until next time, everyone, bye.